Remember when I made the first island scandal ranking video and like thought that the island had scandals? Good times. We were so young. Hi, this is me doing it. I am making the video that all of you have been requesting for so long. It's always been something that I was gonna do, and I'm finally getting around to it, but we have racked up lots of content in the time that I haven't been ranking these incidents. If you don't know me, my name's Amanda, and my copy of Animal Crossing New Horizons is haunted. It's cursed. I just press buttons. I go in there, I try to play the game, and the characters that live on my island do things that you would see in like a soap opera all the time. We've had heartbreak, we've had betrayal, we've had breakups, we've had proposals, we've had a wedding. You know, I'm not going to lie to you, people have died. They were murdered too, as well. It was not an accident, and I'm talking multiple murders. So this is the big leagues, I would say. So anyway, yeah, I am going to be ranking all of the scandals that have occurred on my island, Molokai, over the last year. And I think it'll give us a chance to heal and to really assess what happened to us, like what we went through. Because y'all were there. Y'all went through it too. It's not just me. This is kind of like therapy. You know, I can't just like go to therapy in real life with like a human therapist and be like, the chicken fuckboy was laughing at me again, and I think he's dating my favorite octopus. You know, that wouldn't go over well. So I have to talk to you about it. And I think you need to talk to me about it too, because we've all been witnessing this. And so, yeah, we have a lot to go over. We really do. We better just get started. All right. So y'all know how this works. We've got our tears down on the bottom, lots of tears being shed down there. The memorializations of our trauma, all of the photographic evidence that these things have happened. And then we have our tears up at the top where we're going to be putting them. We start at historic, which is the S tier. That, of course, says it all. It's just stuff that happened that really rocked the island, that changed it forever, that as much as we wish we could forget it, we're never going to, that people are still talking about and will always be talking about. Then we have wow, yeah. And that's just exactly what it says. It's like, it's not going to be in the history books or anything, but it's still definitely like, wow, yeah, that happened. Then we have oop. And you guys know what oop means. That's just something that happened. And we like acknowledge that it happened and that it was substantial, but it's kind of, but you're just kind of like, oop. Because, you know, you're definitely seeing it, but you kind of don't want to be, and you want to mind your own business, but you can't because it's happening. Oh, then we have yikes, but over it. Just stuff that happened that was definitely happening to me. Yikes, but I'm over it. Or at least I say I am. At least I would like to be. I hope to be through this exercise. And then we have, because there's got to be things in here, hopefully, that just roll off the back, you know, that I forgot even happened. I would love to find some huhs in here. Just stuff that happened. It was like a big deal at the time, I guess. I might have screamed about it, but we don't carry it with us. We don't even hardly remember. So now, I guess we have no choice but to get started. I guess we'll start with as far back as I can remember, my birthday. Not this past birthday, because I did have a past birthday, but last year's birthday. Like, this is how far back we're going. All the way to last year's birthday. Right here. Here's me. I'm in my stupid little hat that my loving boyfriend, Kyle the Wolf. If you don't know, Kyle the Wolf and I are soulmates. But it has been no walk in the park for us. Let me tell you that. I don't know. I just felt kind of like 16 candles. Like everybody just didn't care that it was my birthday, which is kind of a big deal. I don't know. I'm only the king of the island, the mayor. You know, I do everything for these people and they couldn't even make me a huge party. And so this first one just shows you what Kyle pulled together for my birthday. That wasn't even the worst of it. Far from it, in fact. But Kyle pulled together this hat for me. And in addition to that, Sherb was the one who hosted my birthday party. And if you don't know about my Sherb, he is cursed Like I said, the copy of the game is cursed. I think like a little boy died in it or something, even though I pre-ordered it and got it brand new the day it came out. Somehow it has been possessed, and that possession manifests in my Sherb. He is totally cursed. You'll definitely come to see that as we go forward. And there's lots of references to that in this tier list, because obviously Sherb was very busy this year. But he was the one who hosted my birthday party, which was so demented because Kyle was my boyfriend. And I don't know, he just totally dropped the ball. He didn't act like he was interested at all in the fact that I had been born. And so he gave me this stupid cake hat, like the least thoughtful thing you could ever give somebody. And I'm still mad about that, actually, now that I think about it. But that was the catalyst to us hitting a very, very rough patch. I wouldn't say it's historic yet, because other things happened. Definitely wow, yeah, though. Like, wow, yeah, my birthday that year really, really sucked. And you should all feel bad for me. Okay, the next thing that happened was Halloween. Halloween 2020, actually. Halloween 2020 was so bad to me, and it was right after my birthday. I'm a Libra, so Halloween rolls around, and I have this picture right here to signify what happened on Halloween. It's not very Halloween-y, but this was what started that day. Kyle in that picture, believe it or not, is asking to move out. Off the island that we share together, off the place that we live. What? Like, imagine you're just living with someone and they're like, hey, I was thinking about moving out. And you're like, okay, then fucking go. I don't know. I'm so mad about that. Obviously, I begged him to stay. And he was like, oh, I didn't realize you wanted me to stay. I'm like, I'm your girlfriend. What are you talking about? It was very confusing. It blindsided me completely. I was disoriented. I was confused. And then I have to go into Halloween and it was everybody's running around like idiots, all messed up. People are messing up my face and stuff. And I'm just like still reeling over the fact that Kyle wants to leave. Kyle wants to leave me for no reason. He's the one who fucked up my birthday. And then he has the audacity days later to be like, I might just leave. So yeah, we didn't survive Halloween, okay? Because then I go to his house on Halloween and he's like, your costume sucks. I was dressed as the hottest alien bitch on Earth, on another planet, in fact. Out of this world hot, galactically hot. And Kyle's like, you got to be wearing a costume for me to give you candy. Like, he's like belittling me. And he wasn't the wolf that I had fallen in love with. And so on Halloween, we broke up. He did stay. I didn't let him go off the island, but we definitely broke up on Halloween. And that started a huge thing. A huge like era, my single and confused, wayward era. And so that is historic for sure. So me and Kyle are broken up. I am heartbroken, but I'm strong. I don't need him. I don't need anyone, in fact. And I am minding my own business. I find some of Kyle's shit laying around, like his toothbrush and stuff. So I, being a mature person, the bigger person, every time, go over to Kyle's little shack, his house, to give him back his shit. And I still, to this day, am not over this. I can't believe this happened. My friend, my dear, dear, dear friend, Bianca, who I really thought was a soul sister to me. She's standing there in his room. Just have to return Kyle's toothbrush just to be mature. It's not a thing. Oh, okay, yeah, this is really interesting. No, Bianca, I know it's not what it looks like. Believe me, you're not his type. No, I know you're just trying to be here for him because he's sad and he called you crying. Believe me, I know he called you crying because he called all my friends crying. You're the only one who actually came over to be by his side, though. So it's clear to me whose side you're on. This is really not a good look for you, B. It's really not. And it's also not a very good ploy either. From one girl to another, if you're looking to slide in during this little lull in our relationship, I'm here to tell you this. He's still mine. He's still obsessed with me, okay? He's working hard to get me back. He called you over here to try to help him get me back. Don't forget that, sweetheart. You deserve better than my sloppy seconds, girly, queen, sister. Obviously not there for any other reason other than, this is the thing, Bianca and Kyle never talked. They didn't even know each other. All of a sudden, Bianca's standing there and she's obviously like, I walk right in and she's like, oh, Kyle, it's okay. You'll get over it. I'm sorry that it happened. I'm here for you. And I confronted her right there and then. I was like, nice, Bianca. So that was devastating. I thought Bianca was a real one. I had her back and she did this and I couldn't believe it. Never again. Never again. Like I broke my trust. It broke my trust beyond anything I can even begin to put into words. I just can't. Still to this day, cannot believe the bitch did this to me. And so I would say that it wasn't like historic or anything, but wow, yeah. Wow, Bianca, yeah. Just when I think it can't get any worse, right? You know, Kyle's going off the deep end. He's obviously he's torn up. He is. He doesn't not care that we broke up. He's definitely like sad, but he needs to work on himself. I'm not just gonna like be like, oh yeah, we'll get back together and just let him keep being a scrub. You know, he needed to have time to like wallow. I wanted to see him miss me and be sad and make sacrifices to get his shit together and to show me that he's not only mature enough to handle a real relationship with someone who deserves it, but also show me that he cares about me enough to change the things that I don't love about him, because that's the thing I love so much about him. I never asked him to change who he was as a person. I just wanted him to put more effort into our relationship, and I needed to see that through his downfall. So we're separated. We're not together. But Kyle starts making bad decisions. This was at a point where I was like, I really don't think it's ever going to work out, because he was belligerent. He was going for my friends. You know, when I found out Bianca was like, you know, there talking to him, it's girl code. Like I knew what Bianca was doing, but Kyle didn't. Kyle thought Bianca was like maybe going to help him get back together with me. That's not what Bianca was about. We all know what Bianca was there for. However, my best friend in this world, still to this day, this bitch will never wrong me. Pom Pom Nicole, my bitch. She was there for me. And Kyle knew that that was my ride or die. Like that is my girl. So Kyle shows up at Pom Pom's house. He's drunk, okay? And he shows up at Pom Pom's house and he's like, help me get her back, blah, 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 belligerent.
Okay, so I just got a call from Pom Pom because apparently there is a situation happening at her house. What's going on? Okay, Kyle, you need to leave. She's not gonna help you get me back. And the worst thing for you to be doing right now is bothering my best friend, hitting up my best friend to try to help you get me back. You're drunk, Kyle. Go home. I can't believe you right now. You wearing a fedora? What have you become? Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get him to leave too. Don't worry.
Yeah, he's being very dramatic. Don't buy into it. Honestly, he just needs to leave. He needs to go home and he needs to go to sleep because he's drunk. And I know you're hurting, but so am I. And the last thing I need is to deal with this right now. So if you don't leave, I'm calling Pierce, and I don't think you want that. You know, I think that he's going to be able to pick you up and bring you home if you don't bring yourself home. And we don't need to make this into a bigger spectacle than it already is, okay?
I have to go over there and like wipe Kyle off the floor and be like, Kyle, get the hell out of here before I call Pierce, okay? Which is Pom Pom's at the time boyfriend. They're married now, actually. It was just a total mess. Like Pom Pom was put into such an awkward position in that moment. And so I had to deal with it, and it wasn't on her. Like she was just like, what do I do? Like, how do get him the fuck out of here? And I had to go in there, wheel him out. It's definitely an oop. Like it wasn't, you know, we totally, now we don't even, I would even say like we forgot about it, but it at the time, I mean, that was bad. That was bad. So it's like definitely like, oop. So after that, there was a spat that happened that was the accumulation of that situation between Kyle and Pom Pom right in front of me. I really don't think that either of them wanted me to see it, but I was just I just happened to be walking that way.
The last thing that I want. She's really telling him though. Because you know what? Kyle has been watering my flowers all day. To no avail, of course. Oh, okay. He seems to understand. Kyle, I don't like when you point at my best friend. I don't think he knows I'm here. She's got the bitch shades on though, so it might. Oh my god! Hey! Yeah, not a good look. Pom Pom! What the hell was that?
And I see Pom Pom getting in Kyle's face, being like, a good best friend. Like, listen, you do not come to my house ever again. You and my best friend are not together right now. And you know what you need to do. And I'm not going to help you through it. I'm helping her through it. Okay. I'm not going to hold your hand. I'm not going to be your little like study guide to try to give you all the little tips and tricks on how to get her back. You have to figure it out yourself. Okay. You have to prove to her you are growing up and that you know what she needs and that you understand why y'all broke up. Pom Pom's like fucking 4 feet tall and she's like getting right in his face. And Kyle couldn't handle it. At the time, he couldn't just be like, you know what, you're right. He got pissed. He let that get under his skin. And so they start going off and he turns around and I'm standing right there and I'm just like, nice. So that sucked. But at the same time, I feel like it did put him on that path, you know, to redemption. And so that's a good thing. It's definitely not a forgettable thing that happened. I would say it was another oop. I'd say that's another oop. Because that was definitely, I mean, it happened. And at the time, it was a big breaking front page news. But now it's not that. We're over it. But it's still definitely not a yikes, we're over it. It's like a, oop, can't believe that happened, but at least you learn from it, I guess. At this point, me and Kyle are still broken up. Things are bad. Things are bad. Sherb is still wreaking havoc. I cannot stress this enough. Sherb is so cursed, haunted, possessed. He is so dark and very scary. And I'm going through life alone, which is scary enough, being on an island with someone like Sherb. And I had just begun to really catch on to like the extent of the Sherb issue. You know, in my last island scandal ranking video, I think I had been like, something's wrong with Sherb. He acts really weird, but I don't know what. No. He is Damien. Okay, he is Damien the Antichrist. He is totally Norman Bates. Children of the Corn. You know, this is bad. And one of the first times that, you know, Sherb had scared me up to this point, but one of the first times that he ever struck fear into my heart, I mean, this is something that has to be seen to really be believed. So just, I guess, see it for yourself. He's wearing sunglasses. That tells you all you need to know. I think that he's drunk again. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is this? Yo, what the fuck? He's in like a weird fucking delirium. He's in a stupor. He just fucking killed somebody. Oh my God. He's wearing a baby romper again. I certainly didn't give it to him. I don't know if one of y'all gave it to him when you came to visit. I hate everything about this. He's sleeping in blood. I fucking caught Sherb at the scene of the crime. It's not night. I wouldn't say that it's in the cover of the night. Like, people are still awake. It's almost 7 p.m. and he's here. He fell asleep or something. He passed out, I guess, in the middle of a crime before he could even clean it up. I really can't believe my eyes right now. I think it's when he goes into these like violent episodes. I really do. Like Norman Bates, y'all. Psycho. Yep. Yeah, I still to this day, and you know, you'll come to find, if you don't already know, that I know a lot more about Sherb now than I did then, and I still can't really explain what happened, what is happening in that video to you. I really have no words or explanation. All I can say is that it is one of the most terrifying things that I've ever witnessed in my life. You know, I've seen a lot from Sherb. From this point, I've seen a lot from Sherb, but this still to this day, I think it was just because of the newness of it. I still at the time didn't fully understand how dangerous he was. And if anything, that makes it even scarier because like I'm just, again, alone on this island and I just pull up on this. I just fully pull up on that. That was a wow, yeah. That was a wow, yeah. That happened, Sherb. So that sucked. Okay, so then, as if it couldn't get any worse, this was really like my darkest time of my life. You know, I'm scared for my life with Sherb. I'm trying to get over my boyfriend. You know, my best friend is distressed because he's all up in her face. And I'm, you know, really, really holding tight to the few last relationships that I still have on this island. One of my girls, Blanche. I expect her to be there to hold me down, you know? I've been there for her through shit, and I thought she was my friend, even though she had exhibited some weird behavior before. When it came to Kyle, that we talked about in the last island scandal ranking video, she was just a little bit weird, a little clingy. There was one time that I caught her looking through his window, staring at him, but I actually, if you can believe it, was such a naive fool that I wrote that off. I made excuses for her. But Blanche flew in with her true colors when shit hit the fan between me and Kyle, when it mattered most, when I needed her. Just like with Bianca, only only a little worse with Blanche because Bianca at least tried to hide what she was doing from me. Maybe out of respect for me. I don't know if I respect that more or if I respect what Blanche did more. But Bianca tried to hide it. She tried to explain it away. No, it's not what you think. Fuck you, Bianca. But anyway, she tried to do all that. Blanche didn't. Blanche looked me right in my fucking eyes and she would stand there and be like, oh, Kyle, you look really cute today. Oh, Kyle, you look rockin' today. Wow, Kyle. Like she just totally turned her back on me and did a 180 and was just full speed ahead on the hoe train, full speed ahead, running over girl code with a fucking tractor, with one of those tractor things that like has the rolly part and it does like the pavement or something. I don't know what the fuck tools do, but you know what I'm talking about. Like she ran over our friendship, ran over my heart and it just slid right in. She was just like, Kyle, oh, your hair looks so sexy, push back. Like she's just like totally not even, she didn't even care that I can see her. She's doing it in the open. This bitch was so bold. Couldn't believe it. She would come to me. She came to me like, me and Kyle got in a fight. I'm like, Blanche, are you crazy right now? You want to get fucking decked? Can't believe I didn't fight this bitch. I cannot believe that I didn't like just attack her. I think I was just so weak. But I will say every single day of my life, I resisted the urge to absolutely paint the sidewalk with that bitch. I wanted so badly to break her arm, but I didn't because I am a really amazing person. I didn't let her do it. I didn't just let her do her thing though, obviously. She gone out of there, just like Bianca. Yeah, did I mention that B was gone the next fucking day? Same with Blanche. Fake ass hoes like that. Out. Pack your things. Blanche packed her things for sure. Yeah, that's definitely a wow, yeah. Because you know what? I'm not going to let Blanche be historic. We don't talk about Blanche anymore. I sometimes, a lot of the time actually, totally even forget that she exists. Same with Bianca. They definitely hurt me. I will never truly forget what they did to me, but I will not allow them the honor of being historic to Malachi. I don't think so. They would love to be sitting here watching this video, seeing that what they did to me is historic. They'd be like, I'm such an icon. Oh my God, I really wrecked that bitch. No, you didn't. You're a shitty friend. How does it feel, Bianca and Blanche? Anyway, so the whole thing with Sherb sitting there doing his thing, that scared me. That scared a lot of people. It really ruffled some feathers. So we decided to bring in a self-defense expert to come and teach us, do some like seminars about how to defend ourselves against like a serial killer on the loose on our island. And that person, that martial arts expert, was Rooney the kangaroo. He came in, and I will not lie to you, at the time when I brought Rooney in, because I really do think Rooney is such a good guy. He's so cute. And I had my eye on him as a rebound. I will not lie to you. I know that that's really irresponsible, but I don't give a fuck, actually. No, it's not. I can do whatever the hell I want. I was single at the time. I did bring Rooney in, not only as a rebound, but like I really thought maybe there was something there. And plus, again, we wanted, I was concerned about the safety of the island. So he came in with his side bang and his feet shoes. And he is, I will say, I have nothing but nice things to say about Rooney. He is such a nice guy. He really, really is. And he was with us through Turkey Day. And Turkey Day was pretty crazy. And so Rooney's here hanging out with us. And I'm kind of just trying to get to know him. Kyle is yet again not exhibiting the growth that I would have liked to see from him at all. And at Turkey Day, he was yet again belligerent. He was cooped up in his house most of the time, but at the after party at night, he came out and he did embarrass himself badly. So that's like, this was like Rooney's first week. And Kyle's out here with a drink in his hand. He's making all of these really embarrassing drunken speeches, just like, I want to toast to everyone here that actually gives a fuck about me, unlike you, Amanda. And wow, yeah, look at Rooney. Let's all toast to Rooney because Amanda thinks he's so great. Like he was really embarrassing himself. That was bad. That was so messy. So messy. Definitely a oop, Kyle. God, Kyle is living in this column. Can he be redeemed? I don't know. Also on that turkey day, Sherb poisoned the pie. I think he must have done it wrong though, because no one died. No one even got sick really, but I watched him with my own eyes. We all did. He laced something into the pie. I just think he did it wrong, or maybe he didn't have the right stuff. So we almost never think about that. That's a for sure. But yeah, turkey day was a little bit of a mess because of that. So that was alarming. And not long after that, Sherb tried it again. He tried the poisoning thing again. We have this image up here of him being caught red-handed because Anka fell ill. And if you know, Sherb's tendencies, they've actually waned a lot in recent days, but he used to be really into poisoning people and making them sick. He did it to Marina a bunch of times. There's probably a couple other people that I'm forgetting. But one day, Anka fell extremely ill.
Anka, no! Why is everybody getting so sick? Anka, did you get poisoned by Sherb? God, he's on to Anka now. All right, bucko, you've got some explaining to... Oh my fucking God. This is even darker than I ever could have expected. What the fuck did I just walk in on? And it's like the serial killer behavior, you know? You just want to fucking study them sometimes to see where the fuck they went wrong. Yeah, I know. I fixed her. And you know what? It's interesting that you would know that she's sick because that information hasn't been released to the public yet. That's right. I got you right where I want you, bucko. Sherb, you're under arrest. I'm conducting a citizen's arrest. Yep.
And I went to go confront Sherb, and I did catch him red-handed. Absolutely caught him. He was in a baby romper. Yet again, he seems to wear it when he's up to no good. I don't know where the hell he got it, still to this day. Thankfully, he has since retired it for like a weird bib thing that he wears now. And these like star glasses too. It's a part of his new villain look. The baby romper was definitely worn to do some very awful things to people. And he did poison Anka, and we caught him. We did catch him. We got him. Yep, we got him. This is him being caught red-handed. Thankfully, thank God, Anka is totally fine. And Sherb doesn't do this anymore. He just doesn't. I don't think he gets any joy out of it. I don't think he ever really succeeded with it. Thank God, again, he tried it. It didn't really work out for him. He's moved on to other methods. So I would say, if anything, it's a because I did find it in Anka's best interest not to tell her that she was poisoned because I didn't want to like traumatize her. She did get better. I did talk to Sherb. We have it handled. Nobody's thinking about this anymore. So at this point, yeah, me and Kyle are still broken up. Oh my God. Feels like it went on forever. And one day I had a situation happen. I still can't really explain it to you because I didn't really get in on it to my knowledge. Like, because it's very awkward. So if you don't know this, this goes way, 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 way back. Way back. A lot of people ask me, why do I hate Goose so much? What did Goose ever do to me? I don't like to admit this. This is extremely embarrassing for me. I wouldn't necessarily call Goose my ex by any means, but I guess he's my ex a little bit. We dated for like so brief. It was because he was the only guy on the island at the time. You must understand how embarrassing this is for me. Please be kind in the comments. I regret it. 100%. I don't need you telling me that it's weird, that it's stupid, that it's cringy. I know, okay? But yeah, me and Goose dated for a little while. He's technically my ex. I bet you have a really cringy, embarrassing ex too, okay? So yeah, I come up on, I guess, technically my two ex-boyfriends, fighting. They're in a fight. Obviously, it's about me. Obviously. But I didn't like go up to them and be like, what are you guys fighting about? But they were fighting. It almost got physical. But Kyle was he didn't really honestly give a shit. Goose was so mad though. I've actually, to this day, I have never seen Goose more angry than he was that day. I don't know what it was about, but I would say it's almost like a yikes, but over it, because it was just Goose who was really affected by that. Like, yeah, it was awkward for me. It was definitely weird for Kyle, I'm sure. Again, I never really got the scoop, but Goose was very, very, very angry, very hurt by that, and therefore I'm over it because I don't really care what happens to Goose. All right, so we are still broken up, still getting through it every day, and there was a day where this was something that I was kind of dreading. I was really scared of because I didn't know how it was going to go over. The whole thing at Turkey Day was really, really bad. And, I come out of my house and I see Kyle and Rooney fighting. Yes, they got in a fight. I don't even really know what it was about either. I don't even really remember. I think it was something very petty. It wasn't even really about me. It probably was, honestly, like deep down when I came over, they changed the subject. I think it was just Kyle pissing Rooney off because they are so different. So they maybe were trying to talk about something and it did turn into a fight. I love when men fight over me. I think that's very thrilling, not gonna lie. Even though they weren't like fighting over me, I think it was. It was like, you know what I mean? Like they were fighting over something else, but it was so aggressive. They had so much animosity towards each other because, obviously. So that was fun for me. I would definitely say it was an oop. That was an oop. Actually, you know what? It's a yikes, but over it, in fact, because I was just kind of like, what are you guys fighting about? But I think we're all over it. I don't know. Because you know what? Like now is a good time to talk a little bit more about what happened with Rooney. I, again, really do like the guy. I really do like Rooney, but we just never really, it was just, there wasn't the spark, wasn't there. And I would have loved for something to blossom out of that. That's what I wanted. I wanted to make Kyle jealous. I'm a very spiteful bitch. And I would have loved to make Kyle jealous with like a little thing with Rooney, but it didn't happen. And that's okay. It just wasn't really there. So honestly, the closer that I got to Rooney, the more it made me miss Kyle. Because at the end of the day, Kyle really is the one for me. And so on his birthday, I actually found out that he sold one of his really expensive guitars to try to like start being more mature. And like, because one of his things was he would just buy these like very frivolous things, but he didn't even have a bed. He was sleeping on cardboard boxes. And it just, I was just like, Kyle, when are you going to grow up? And I found out that he sold one of his like prized guitars to try to like start being a grown up and like start prioritizing things like beds and stuff. And so I bought him that guitar back for his birthday because at that time we were starting to kind of like associate and talk a little bit, maybe be friends. And the one thing that had always upset me the most about Kyle, like even when we were together, was that he never gave me his photo. I had worked so hard to try to get his photo. I had gotten like everybody else's on the island's photo. And me and Kyle were like clearly the closest on the island. And yet I couldn't get him to give me his photo. And so after a little bit of time, like the day after his birthday, he came up to me out of nowhere and he gave me his photo. And that was like the one thing, and I had just been talking about it. And it was honestly the start of like me realizing, wow, like Kyle is finally listening to the things that matter to me. And he's finally prioritizing those things and showing me that he is listening and that he gets it. And so I got his photo, and I would say that was like, wow, yeah, he really started doing the work. That was very nice. So I guess right after that, honestly, we had toy day, the first toy day, because we just had toy day again. That's how long it's been. I really suck at this. Anyway, we had our first toy day and it was really nice. It was really nice. Pom Pom and Pierce got engaged. That was huge. It's not on here because it's not a scandal, but it was obviously a huge event. It would be in historic. It was on here, but again, it's like not a scandal. And I guess in a way, this isn't really a scandal either, but it is. Toy day brought me and Kyle back together. We did some reflecting. He was so, so kind to me. He came to me and he was so vulnerable. Look at him. He's bawling his eyes out here. He was so vulnerable. I could tell that he had really reflected and grown, and we got back together on Toy Day. And I would say that is absolutely historic. Right now we just got when we broke up and then when we got back together. Historic stuff for sure. Because they started a whole new era. Like this whole thing with Kyle blew over and it was like the drama just changed shape. It became something entirely different. I didn't have to worry about the whole Kyle thing anymore, which was good because I had other things coming that I needed to start focusing on, worrying about. Around that time, Rooney left and we brought in Zell. And Zell is Kyle's best friend from college. Kyle and Zell are really, really close. And Zell didn't really bring a whole lot of drama, but he is on this list. We'll get to him in a minute. But for now, let's see. The next thing that happened, I think it's probably the time that Sherb tried to eat me. Sherb tried to consume me whole. He tried to eat me here. Again, this was another moment that scared the shit out of me. I didn't even know it was possible for them to say shit like that. This was like Ben Drowned shit, creepypasta, haunted game shit, because he did tell me that he eats people and animals regularly. He admitted it to me. And he looked at me and his mouth was I think he had like a fork and a knife in his hand. He chased me. I barely got away with my life. That was what happened there. That was scary as hell. That was scary as hell. But you know what? You're not going to believe it. I'm over it. I am over almost being consumed alive by Sherb. And you want to know why? Somehow, some way, in a major miraculous turn of events, only just days later, Sherb would actually become my ally. It's pretty crazy, but it happened. So what happened was, and for legal reasons, this is a joke. It's an art project. It is a dramatic reenactment of something that didn't happen. None of this happened, okay? None of this happened. So Zucker lived on our island. He's not on this list at all because he never started any drama. He came to kind of actually help Sherb a little bit with his wayward soul. And I don't know if he did. I don't know. And so he came to kind of help protect us from Sherb as well. He was just a very strong and good presence who never started any shit. So he's not on this list. But Zucker left and I was villager hunting and I accidentally let it go to the next day and a plot autofilled. And that's not allowed to happen on Molokai. That doesn't happen on Molokai, okay? I control who comes and goes. I don't let shit autofill. I don't like surprises. Okay, I don't like people choosing their own destinies. I'm the king. I'm the god in this world. So when I saw that someone autofilled, you can imagine my surprise and my frustration. Imagine how frustrated I was when I found out that it was someone I had never even heard of in my life to boot. Someone by the name, and yet again, this didn't happen. This isn't real. This is just a story that my father told me that his father used to tell him. This is just a Taylor Swift song. This is not a real thing that happened. Okay. But it was Cody. Okay. This little blue bear with a cowboy hat. He had a Southern accent too. And he was a snowboarder and a jock. Okay. Very, very serious situation. Did not want him, did not authorize him to be there. And so I can't believe that I did, but in that moment, the only person I could think of to run to for help was Sherb. I ran to Sherb. And for lack of better words, I commissioned him to do what he does best. And in that moment, I realized that Sherb didn't want to hurt me. He just wanted to hurt someone, and whether that someone was going to be me or, I don't know, Cody. Again, this is totally not something that really happened, okay? This is just an interpretive dance number. That's it. This is a Broadway musical. Anyway, so Sherb set his sights on Cody and we developed something of a relationship, a partnership, where we were working together. And Sherb and I, we realized, I don't know, I don't even want to say, I guess I would say we hit it off. I realized that he lacked a maternal figure in his life and that he really, really thrived with that because I can't help but mother things like Sherb. I would definitely be that type of bitch that if I was ever at Camp Crystal Lake and Jason tried to kill me, I would instantly pretend to be Pamela. Instantly pretend to be his mom. Jason, come here, Jason, just to live, obviously. But I still, something weird in me wants to mother Jason Voorhees, So, that's definitely the thing with Sherb. And it's kind of how it's going. He is my little murderer goat. And it's good to have someone like that on your team. It's really, really good. Because if they're going to be there, you really do want them to be on your side, Because Sherb's going to be there. We're not getting rid of Sherb. Sherb's not going anywhere. Sherb does what Sherb does. There's not a whole lot of telling Sherb what to do, unless you're his mommy, like I am. So don't fuck with me, okay? Because Sherb has lots of knives and 3 chainsaws now. He does have 3 chainsaws. Anyway, this was the day that I got my murderer goat. That was historic. That changed everything. We did kill and bury Cody. Again, this is just a movie. Remember that part in Squid Game? Yeah, it's not real. Not talking about a real villager named, because there's no villager named Cody, as we all know. There's literally, who's Cody? A made-up villager. He's a character from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He's just a made-up character for me and Sherb's art project. He's not real. There's nobody named Cody who was ever in Animal Crossing. But we did get rid of him. And that began our partnership. And it's crazy to think that, me and Sherb, I say this all the time, I was Elle, he was Kira, and we we actually did come together on this. Is it me going to the bad side or him going to the good side? Just obviously it's me going to the bad side. I don't even know why I would pose that question. I'm literally a accomplice to murder, but I'm not doing the murders. So, and there are no murders. Again, this is a fictional account of something that didn't happen. Next, and I could be like a little bit out of order because I don't really know what's going on, but next I would say we'll just do Lily's birthday. So this actually happened before the Sherb thing. I should have totally done this before the Sherb thing. This was when I still didn't trust Sherb. Sorry. Totally out of order here. Sherb hosted Lily's birthday party. He was the only one there. Lily seemed to be having fun, but I was very concerned about her. And at the time, it was a whole big thing. Looking back now, I don't think Sherb meant any harm. He probably did, but he didn't get around to doing any harm, probably because I came. Nobody got hurt. I would say nobody remembers this, including Lily. But at the time, it shook me up a lot. Once Cody left again, fictionally, there was an empty plot on my island. And so Diana was the one who filled it. And we are so glad she did. We love Diana so much. And she came right in swinging. Diana is not straight. I mean, who is? And she has been doing the rounds, you know? She's definitely done the rounds a little bit out here. In fact, I think I have 2 images for the same situation. So I'm just going to put them both up there. So Lily and Diana, let's talk about Lily and Diana. Lily and Diana, we still don't even really know what's going on with them. But before I talk about Lily and Diana, I have to talk about Lily and Marina. So Lily and Marina did have a little bit of a thing going on at one point. And they were dating, they were going out, they seemed really happy, and then something changed. And Marina, sadly, she does this a lot. We will definitely discuss Marina more. She just lost interest with Lily. And so, I mean, for a good while there, that was a oop. Every time we saw them together, oop, Lily and Marina. And then Lily landed in the loving arms of Diana. And the 2 of them, I'm telling you, they were so cute. They were so cute. And they definitely were dating for a little while. And then I can't tell you what happened. I really can't. I have no idea still to this day if there's anything there. I feel like maybe Lily got scared or something and she just got awkward and started kind of like, because Lily's been inside a lot. She's just been like cooped up reading. I think Lily has like some anxiety about it, probably because of what Marina did to her. But Lily and Diana are a thing, and it's kind of still an ongoing thing. It's not at all resolved yet. I don't know what's going on with them. Again, I haven't seen them together in a while, but I also haven't seen them talking to anyone else. And they both seem kind of forlorn. And they both seem like there's a longing there still. And again, I have 2 pictures of Lily and Diana on here, even though it's just one event. So I would say that Lily and Diana are probably an oop. And I'll just put both the pictures on here. That's an oop, you know, because every time we see them, we're oop. Because, you know, it's just, I feel like if anything, the oop category is also kind of ongoing stuff because like, wow, yeah, is very reflective. Like, yeah, that happened. Lily and Diana happened, but I believe in my heart that it's either still happening or it's not over yet. At least I hope it's not over yet. So yeah, that's that with them. Now, Marina has been a problem. And she has been kind of, you know, she's had a few little oops, a few little things. I would say this one right here, this is, you know, Marina has definitely gone and like hit on Diana and flirted with her. It's never really gone anywhere because I really do think that Diana really, really likes Lily a lot. But this is Marina doing her Marina thing. And this is when I started to catch on. I would say yikes, but over it for that. Because I did, you know, catch Marina totally trying to chat up Diana. She was even like, oh, I look so ugly right now, right, Diana? Like doing that whole thing where you want somebody to compliment you. And Diana fell right into the trap, of course, because Diana's a sweetheart. But, you know, that was when I started to really catch on to Marina's shit. And there is nothing wrong with being a hoe. Listen, okay? I have had people before be like, you know, you are portraying Marina as like the bad stereotype with bi women where she's being promiscuous. And like, first of all, I am that bi person, okay? Like, I'm sorry that it's happening. Marina, I don't choose the things that happen on Molokai. That's the thing too. Like Marina is doing this herself. We all see it. And there is nothing wrong with what Marina's doing. Yeah, she's hurting people. Okay, whatever. She's living her best life. She's young. She's hot. She's out there. And sometimes it gets frustrating. I don't want her to hurt my friends. I'm definitely like right now, she's kind of, this isn't even on there, but like she's kind of trying to get up in between Anka and Sheena, which is a whole thing we'll talk about in a little bit. But Marina as a whole, Marina as a concept is wow, yeah, because she's all over the fucking place right now. She really is. In fact, Marina's newest conquest, besides Anka and Sheena, because she's trying to squeeze right in on that, is fucking Goose. Marina has been dating Goose. As much as I don't want to admit it, and I try to like skirt around the topic whenever it comes up, Marina and Goose have at the very least been dating, but they have been spending time together. I don't know if the situation is like labeled or anything. I really don't think it is. I think that they are just dating, which is so gross and bad. I don't know what is going on in Marina's head to make her think that this is a like worthy conquest. The thing that scares me the most about Goose and Marina is that unlike the other people that Marina has, because Marina also had a thing with Zucker too. Marina really like kind of broke Zucker's heart, honestly, kind of played with his heart. This is like one of the first times I've ever seen Marina, besides with Lily, because they were really, they were cute together for a while, but Marina seems like she's really into Goose. And I don't know if I see the same kind of adoration there from Goose. I don't even know if he's capable of that kind of thing, but it's bad. It's bad, 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 bad. I wish that she wouldn't, but I've tried to talk to her. I don't think you can tell her shit right now about this. I think she's going to ride it out. Another Marina-ism is that at one point, her and Zell actually showed up to Pierce and Pom Pom's wedding together, to the reception. They didn't really do it. They showed up together, and I think they like danced a few times, but then they both kind of lost interest. But I'm just saying, Marina really has been, trying out a bunch of different avenues, which again, good for her. I'm never going to fault her for that, but at the same time, I do fault her for that because it's a mess. She's messy, but we love our little bi mess. And I would say that's a noob. I gotta move my ass up a little bit. Or no, I'll move my ass down here. I'll move down here and then I'll take this because this is something we need to talk about anyway. This is a little out of order. This has been going on for a while, but Anka does have feelings for me. I would say that they're waning at this point, that they are at an all-time low, which is great because, I don't know. I would say that I have slight feelings for Anka as well. Me and Anka are definitely best friends. We are super, super close. But I'm with Kyle, and I'm happy with Kyle and I love Kyle. And things are going really, really, really well between me and Kyle. And Anka is the type of girl who knows that. And she has never tried to cross that line ever. But it is hard because you do know that she's got the feelings and she's been just kind of sad about it. And it's been kind of a point of conflict, not even between us, just between me and my heart and my soul. I am a pretty monogamous person, so there's really just nothing that I can do. I do love Kyle and I do want to be in a relationship with him, but I just wish it's kind of like, again, I'm a super monogamous person, but in another life, I would love to be monogamous with Anka, but I don't, unless something happens between me and Kyle, I don't see it happening. I just love her and cherish her as a friend. And I don't even know where to put this. Wow, yeah. Because I don't want to disrespect it to put it anywhere else. Speaking of that kind of situation, Kyle dealt with the same thing from Zell. Zell and Kyle, again, are old college buddies. They may or may not have made out a couple times and never talked about it again. And I think Zell is like the most pansexual man I've ever met in my life. If you vibe with Zell, then that's all he needs. And he vibes with Kyle. And I think he's never admitted it. I don't have like solid proof, but I really do think that Zell has some feelings for Kyle. I think it's a little complicated with them. And so that was tough too, because Zell and Anka, they did form a little bit of a bond. They were both, there watching us be together. And it was hard. It has been hard for them. So, there's nothing that me and Kyle can do. We are in love. We're doing really great. Again, better than ever. And it's been hard for us to have these best friends that also have feelings for us. But they have both been super respectful about it. They've never made us feel uncomfortable. It's just kind of a bummer. It's just a bummer, and we really hope. Zell recently moved out, and we'll definitely get to that soon. In terms of his replacement. But Zell's doing great. He's doing a master's program in fashion in New York. He's doing amazing. And yeah, we wish him nothing but the best. And I hope he finds someone. I really do. So then we have last year's, or was it this year? I'm trying to figure out what came first. I guess it was probably Festival. Yeah, Festival, there was like definitely like incidents that happened during Festival. We all let a little loose on Festival. And I would honestly say that nothing bad happened. It was more like just some embarrassing things. But Goose was hospitalized at one point. That seems like it's a big deal. I don't know what happened. Don't know who or how. I think it was his own personal issue. Don't remember what happened there to Goose, but he was put into the hospital. That was a crazy night. It was definitely like an incident to us. We were all like, oh, this is crazy. I can't believe that happened. But we don't really remember it. We have pictures, but they are locked away forever. I would put Festival in because we don't remember it. And we don't really talk about it anymore. It was just a crazy night full of laughter and fun. Another holiday we try not to talk about very much is Bunny Day because it scares us. But that was around the time that me and Sherb had begun our crusade for justice and peace across the land. And so we teamed up on Bunny Day, and hopefully, maybe we'll see, we put an end to Zipper T. Bunny, or at least one of his many proxies. I don't know which one we caught, but we caught him and we did away with him on Bunny Day. And it was so much fun. It was the best Bunny Day I ever had. I would say that's a wow, yeah. That was so much fun, Sherb. I'll always remember that. That was fun. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, Zell went to fashion school and Shino moved in. Shino has been a joy. We all adore Shino, and she's here now, and she's not straight either. In fact, on stream, a lot of you saw it happen in real time. Shino told Anka that she's not into Prince Charmings, that she's not into men. And the two of them talked about their, healthy relationship expectations. And they have been meeting up on the beach. And they've been, it's very, very couth. It's very coy. It's been a very subtle and shy thing. They've been giving each other looks. I think they're both trying to figure out where each other is at. I don't know if I should just go up to Shino and be like, Anka's super gay. Go for it. I don't know what to do. I don't want to overstep. I know Anka's a very low-key person. I'm just letting it happen naturally, but it is happening and it's on fire. And I genuinely feel as if it's historic. I'm just going to put it up there. I will say that. It's historic. Something that's not historic, but is here. Goose yelling at Diana about like rage aerobics or something. Goose was like getting in her face, being like, we need to work out by screaming. And Diana was like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? And finally, Diana did snap on him and screamed in his face and scared the shit out of him. And I think that he pissed his pants. But honestly, for Goose's own sake, we'll forget about that. I think the only one who still thinks about that is Goose, and he doesn't count. Again, I don't think about it anymore. I don't care. I don't care about Goose. And Diana certainly doesn't think about it. I don't think she even remembers it happening. So it's whatever. Then we have Pierce here. Pierce is here with his face in the camera because Pierce is just a nosy bastard. The nosiest person on planet Earth. He's just a nosy little bastard. And he is always there during drama. And I always have to be like, Pierce, get the hell out of here. I don't know if he actually is really nosy or if he's just always in the wrong place at the wrong time, but it's a staple at this point. And I would just say that Pierce being there is always just like an oop for sure. Next, we have my first visitor after the update in my new house was none other than Goose. Okay, he walked right into my house while I was putting out my gyroids, and I have never been more angry at him in my life. And I've been very angry at Goose many, many times, but I wanted to just strangle him in the comfort of my own home so bad. I cannot believe he had the audacity to walk in like, hey, knock, knock, guess who? Like, oh my God. And he planted his chicken ass down on one of my pillows, and I'm never going to be over it. But at the same time, I'm over it. I'm not going to let you eat away at my brain. All right, we are down to our last two here. So we've got something that I still think about, but I really want to be over it. And that's that Brewster yelled at me. I didn't realize that I couldn't sit in the reserved seating. And it was like the second time I ever went to the Roost. And I sat down at that spot. And then Brewster was like, sorry, that's reserved seating. And I was like, my whole world fell apart. I was really embarrassed. It really did hurt me and my feelings a lot, but I want it to not be hurt. I want to be over it. I really want to be over it. I think Brewster's over it. And the best part is that me and Brewster are cool. We're totally cool. We've never been better. He doesn't bring it up anymore. I don't bring it up anymore. I would like to say it's at this point, even though it really did affect me. I would like to say that it is that I don't care. I do still care. I do think about it all the time, especially like at night when I'm trying to sleep or like in the shower. It haunts me, but I'm working through it, and that's all that matters. And then last but not least is just a little something that happened the other day where, for whatever fucking reason, Kyle and Sheena were staring at me and taking pictures of me and like laughing at me, I think, or something. I don't know. I was really uncomfortable. I still don't really know what happened there, but we had a great day. Sheena and Anka had some interactions. Kyle was lovely to me, gave me 2 gifts, carried me through Toy Day, and it was like our 1-year anniversary of getting back together after we had broken up. So we are really full circle here. And I will say that was a yikes, because I was yikesing at that moment, but I'm over it. I'm totally over it. I am better than ever. In fact, that is about it. And it seems like it's not a lot. There's a lot of little things that have happened that I had to cut out, because otherwise there's just so much that's happened over the last year that, I mean, we'd have been here for 3 hours. So this is kind of just the big greatest hits. But yeah, there's still a lot of tea brewing, shit cooking, and I don't expect it to slow down anytime soon. So I'm sure that at some point there will be another one of these confrontation events where we sit down and really think about what we've been going through. But that's the latest. So I will go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you so much for helping me to work through my pain and feel good about the things that have happened. And, just validating the fact that I do have a pet serial killer goat. That's a thing. So yeah, until next time, I'm sure the next video that I make of Animal Crossing will have yet another one of these lovely scandals for us to ponder. And until then, I will see you in the next video. Can't wait to see what this next year brings us. I'm sure it'll be a fucking disaster.